Hello everyone. In this video, we will have a thorough discussion on divisibility rules. So, if you know these rules, you can solve the problem in a second. So, some of the tricks also I will be providing here so that remember these rules while solving the problem in simplification and approximation chapter. So, first start with the divisibility by 2. So divisibility by 2. You all know this divisibility by 2. So anything number which is an even which is divisible by 2, right? So a number should have a last digit as a these numbers like 0, 2, 4, 6, 9. Then that number is divisible by 2. This is the rule. So whatever the number is getting whatever the number the last digit is getting this, then it is divisible by 2. So let's see the divisibility by 3. The rule for it. So anything number, if they ask any number that divisible by 3, then you have to check the sum of the digits of that number is divisible by 3 or not. If the sum of the digits of the number is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. So you got it, I think so. So we will have problems on this in next videos. So in this video I will be providing all the rules of this numbers. So divisibility by 4. What it says, if the last two digits divisible by 4, then the number is divisible by 4. If you have any number provided, ask you to is it divisible by 4, then you have to check the last two digits are divisible by 4 or not. If they are divisible by 4, then the number is divisible by 4. So let's see the divisibility by 5. Anything number, if it ends with 0 or 5, then it is easily divisible by 5. You all know it. Let's see divisibility by 6. So to check any number that divisible by 6, you have to check that number is divisible by both 2 and 3 or not. If that number is divisible by 2 and 3, then the number is divisible by 6. I think you got. And let's see the other number, divisibility by 7. So whenever you get the 7, then you usually do with your multiplication, the factors. But there is also a trick provided for here. If you follow that trick, then you can easily solve the problem in a second. See, if they provide a number, so if they provide 3-digit number, for example, then the last digit you have to take and you have to double that, and if you subtract that this number, the resultant number here, from the rest of the number, that means not the last digit. If you have 3 digits, the first digit you are going to take for doubling, right? Then the two digits will be, so this number should be subtracted from the rest of that number. Then whatever the result you get, if it is divisible by 7, then the number is divisible by 7. This is easy trick, remember and follow this. And divisibility by 8. So last 3 digits divisible by 8, then the whole number is divisible by 8. Let's see the divisibility by 9. Just like 9, you have to sum all the digits of a number and see if the sum is divisible by 9, then the whole number is divisible by 9. And divisibility by 11. So alternative digits sum and its difference is 0 or multiple of 11, then the number is divisible by 11. So if you have a 4 digits number and you have to add the alternative number and sum it, and you have to subtract that both the numbers, both the sums. So if you get 0, or multiple of 11, then the number is divisible by 11. We will see the problems regarding these rules, and so that you can get more idea about it. So like this, the first and third and fifth number digits of the number have to be added and should be subtracted from the next alternatives. What you have? The leftover alternatives and second, fourth, sixth digits. If you subtract these sums, then you will be getting either 0 or 11. If you are not only 11, the multiple of 11. If you are getting this result, then the number is divisible by 11. Think you got it? Let's see divisibility by 13. So multiply last digit by 9 and subtract from rest. Result is divisible by 13. So whatever the number they provide, you have to multiply the last digit by 9, and that sum you have to subtract it from the rest of the number, and if that result is divisible by 13, then the number is divisible by 13. Remember this trick. Don't go with the manual and usual usual method of solving the problem. Just use this trick to solve the problem in a seconds. Divisibility by 14. And let's see, if the number is divisible by 2 and 7, so it has to be divided by 2 and also 7. Then the number is divisible by 14. So what is the divisibility of 17? These also have a rule. So multiply last digit by 5 and subtract it from the rest. Result becomes either 0 or divisible by 17. So it's like the 13 and 7 that you have seen last, but here for divisibility 7 you have to use 5. The last digit should be multiplied by 5, and the result have to be subtracted from the rest of the number. Then if you get the answer 0 or 17 divisibles, 17 multiples, then the number is divisible by 17. Let's see the divisibility by 19. Multiply last digit by 2, like 17, 13 and 7. Divisibility, multiply the last digit by 2 and subtract this answer from the rest of that number. Then you have to get the result that that is divisible by 19. If that is divisible by 19, then the whole number is divisible by 19. I think you got all this